Today is Saturday, December 30th. As we say goodbye to 2023, we wanted to have some fun and talk about what could be all the rage in stores, homes, and social media in 2024. So we're talking about the biggest lifestyle trends forecasted for the new year, at least according to the online marketplace, Etsy. Yes, Etsy's trend expert, Dayna Isom Johnson, joins me to break down what to expect, everything from the color of the year to the hottest fashion items to the newest unique things in home design. Dayna is not only a go-to lifestyle expert, but she's also a judge on the Emmy-nominated NBC series Making It and a co-host on YouTube's original series Instant Influencer. Today, she's sharing the results of her annual Trends Forecast. Welcome to the Newsworthy Special Edition Saturday, when we sit down with a different expert or celebrity every Saturday to talk about something in the news. Don't forget to tune in every Monday through Friday for our regular episodes, where we provide all the day's news in 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. It's now time for today's Special Edition Saturday. Dayna Isom Johnson, thank you so much for joining us here on The Newsworthy.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Before we actually dive into the actual 2024 trends, I'm really fascinated by your ability to be a trend expert and forecaster. So I'd love to learn a little bit about your process. How do you come up with these predictions? What kind of data are you analyzing? That sort of thing.
It all kind of starts with, first, we analyze what's happening in the outside world, what's happening in the cultural zeitgeist. The second thing that we're doing is looking to third-party trend forecasting services like WGSN or Trend Bible to see what they're saying. But then the third and most final and critical of the kind of three-process step is to look at real-time data that's happening on Etsy. So these are all based in searches that our customers are looking for in real time. And then we kind of put all those things together and decide what really takes the cake and fits in each one of those buckets, but really being led strongly by the data that we see on Etsy.
And I know you recently, just this month, released that 2024 trend forecast. I'm very interested in it, and I want to go through a few of those items today. I know that you're calling 2024 a romance era. So what does that mean? Tell us about that.
I really think it's kind of in response to what's happening to the state of the world. It's a pretty dark situation that we're in right now, kind of globally. And so I think that's really showing customers that they're craving for comfort, especially within their spaces, and daily rituals in every single lane of our lives.
Give us just one example of what romance means in a tangible sense.
Sure. Well, I'll kick it off with the color of the year because I think that so closely aligns with this kind of idea of romanticizing the way that you're seeing your life played out in home decor and in fashion. Our color of the year for 2024 is berry. And I think we came to that in a really specific manner, considering so many different factors. One, we looked at what was all happening this year. And when you look at 2023, it was really the year of pink. Barbie core everywhere, pink everywhere. And then when you tailed towards the end of the year, starting in fall, you started to see a little bit of injection of red, like very deep reds. So this berry color is a really beautiful kind of sophisticated level up to off the heels of that hot pink and then kind of easing down off of that very harsh red.
And as we talk more about fashion, I know you have a prediction for the new It bag. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. So what we are predicting is that the barrel bag is going to be the new It bag for 2024. We started seeing a decline specifically on Etsy for the baguette bag, which was such a huge shape for 2023. And so the barrel bag is a nice evolution to the shape, but still feels fresh. And also is still a nod to the 2000s because, that shape was also such a big shape in the early 2000s. And Y2K fashion continues to influence trends right now.
And for people who can't visualize this, how would you describe the barrel bag?
Imagine like one of those Tootsie Rolls, like an old school Tootsie Roll, but oversized and kind of elongated, like the container that you would put a poster in. Add a strap, there you go.
And as we talk about evolutions from 2023, something that comes to mind is the friendship bracelets that got popular with Taylor Swift's concert. How do you expect jewelry to transform in 2024?
So I still think we're continuing to see a lot of inspiration from that Y2K era, which means it translates into lots of charm bracelets and charm necklaces. I like how, the fresh designers of today and makers are making it fresh and putting their spin on it, but then also, allowing these vintage curators to really discover some of the best from that decade.
Let's talk about home decor. What are you expecting to be in style in the new year when it comes to home decorating?
My number one favorite trend, especially for home decor, is the addition of denim into our homes. It's a durable fabric. It's something that can take all the beats and be completely fine. It's durable. It is absolutely a neutral. I mean, when you think about denim in your own wardrobe, it goes with everything. So I think it's an easy addition for someone to add it into their home. I think it's a nod to the 70s. We're seeing a lot of 70s influences as well. Think about how comfortable your favorite pair of jeans are and how much you live in them. And then that'll be easy for you to think about how to integrate it into your home, whether that means through pillows, through rugs. Like I've seen so many Etsy sellers patchworking denim together to make it a sustainable option, or using it as upholstery for chairs or benches. And even within, small accessories like napkins and things like that. I just think it is so fresh, something we haven't really seen in a long time, and very easily added into your space.
I also saw that Etsy has seen a decline in people looking for gallery walls. So tell me about that and what is replacing it.
I in no shape or form want to say that if you have a gallery wall in your house, it looks completely outdated and it looks crazy. I just think this is a new opportunity that people are taking on to make a larger statement in their home decor, specifically in art. What our shoppers are searching for are really these large frame pieces. So we saw searches of 25% for these large frame pieces, or on the complete opposite, mini prints. To me, it's saying that the trend is about making a large statement, and whether that means it's reflected literally through a large piece or making an impact by it's a mini piece and you're drawn to it so heavily that you got to get in there and see what it is. So it's just mixing up the impact and what you can do in your space.
Still ahead, Etsy's trends expert shares her advice for having a big impact on your home with just some little changes. Plus, what role she expects ballet to have in 2024 fashion, her own plans to incorporate some top trends in her personal life, and more. But first, a quick break for our sponsor. So the reason I've moved away from a daily multivitamin is because I'm now drinking AG1 every day. And AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that can replace your multivitamin and probiotic and really support whole body health. AG1 makes me feel like I'm ready to take on the day, that I've done something good for my body first thing in the morning. I drink it before I eat anything. And I've noticed a nice boost in energy too. I also appreciate that it's easy to put my AG1 into a to-go cup and take it with me, whether that's around the house, on a walk, or in the car. And that it's just one simple drinkable habit. 1 scoop of AG1 mixed with water, that's it. Anything that helps me save time and makes me feel good? Yes, please. If you're looking for a simpler, effective investment for your health, try AG1 and get 5 free AG1 travel packs and a free 1-year supply of vitamin D with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/newsworthy. That's drinkag1.com/newsworthy. Check it out. Okay, now back to our conversation. Any other kind of unique ideas people can look to Etsy for to incorporate some of these trends, or just something that they might not find elsewhere?
Well, I always like to say, don't look beyond the small details. And when I say that, I'm talking about drawer pulls and drawer pulls everywhere in your home, whether that means your nightstand, in your kitchen, the hooks in your bathroom. This is such a small swap out that can make such a big impact and doesn't break the bank. And then I think another way that people can really kind of amp up the space, especially within a bathroom, is in the wall mirror. There's so many interesting shapes and colors and all these things that you can add personality to the room. And then the last thing that I'll say that I think is kind of outside the norm is to think outside the walls when it comes to wallpaper. Like there's so many options of this easy peel and stick wallpaper now. Think about adding it to your ceilings or adding it to the backsplash of your kitchen, adding it, to those to the drawers even, like unexpected places that give you that sense of wow when you walk into the space.
That's also doable for people like me who aren't very good with complicated tools.
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to. And you know what? Honestly, I think one of the greatest things that I love about social media when it comes to projects is that now people are so transparent with the level of difficulty when it comes to like changing the drawer knob or putting up this wallpaper or doing a DIY project that's maybe some statement art or something. It's such a good feeling to know that people are being transparent and that things don't have to be picture perfect. You do it to the way that fits, first of all, your skill level. And number two, that really is a true reflection of your personal style and your personality. I really think gone are the days are like the copy and paste out of a magazine or copy and paste off of any type of swipe of inspiration. Just make it your own.
Any other trends you're anticipating will be big in 2024 that we haven't talked about yet?
This is an extension off of ballet core, which was happening earlier this year. It's basically dialing in inspiration from exactly that, from ballet. We're seeing ballet flats come back in and all of these like heavily feminine details. So like lots of bows on things and ruffles and these satin sheens, all of these things that have that touch of romance that really allow you to feel your best and feel romantic and whimsical within your everyday look. I mean, we saw this stat is actually pretty staggering. The ballet flats specifically spiked 162% in searches on Etsy. So that's really showing that people are absolutely into this trend and that they want comfort first, which I'm thrilled about.
Are you actually planning to incorporate any of these themes into your own home or your own personal style? Like what's really speaking to you personally?
Yeah, I actually just bought a pair of mesh ballet flats that have like crystal embroidery on them. I put them on my Instagram in like this shoe post that I did, but they are just so pretty. And I love the fact that I can feel great and still put on a t-shirt and have on flats, because I think in a world coming off the heels still of COVID, we still really haven't gotten back into like the putting on heels situation every day. And I don't want to. I hope others don't want to. But there are still ways for you to elevate your look without having to do the full kind of heel turnaround. And then also, I am absolutely integrating the denim trend into my home. I think I'm probably going to start out with some throw pillows to start with. And I may even get my dog a denim dog bed because I think that's pretty easy too and durable for him to, not scratch up and get too messy too fast. But those are my two favorites.
Tell us kind of your final thought or takeaway as we think about 2024 trends.
Yeah, so for 2024, I would love to just inspire people to create a home that is a true reflection of your personal style. And to not be afraid to dabble with color, because we are in a time where color is reigning supreme, and that is kind of accessorized by beautiful textures like leather and velvet. So don't be afraid to get into the texture game and to add those pops of color, especially berry, as I really think it's going to be something major. And then for fashion, if you're a 30-something like myself, don't be afraid to dial back into your teenage time and modernize it a bit and have fun with those charm necklaces and maybe even get in on making some of those friendship bracelets and give them out to some of your friends.
Well, thank you so much to Etsy's trend expert, Dayna Isom Johnson, for sharing her findings with us. Be sure to follow her on Instagram at Dayna Isom Johnson for more on elevating your personal space and style. And to read her full 2024 trend forecast, click on the link in our episode notes. This is officially our last episode of 2023. So thank you again for listening to the show throughout the year and for joining us in the new year. Our entire team is excited to continue bringing you all the news you need to know each weekday in just about 10 minutes a day, plus these special deep dives over the weekend. Quick reminder that we will not have a new episode out on Monday since it's New Year's Day, but we'll be back in your feed on Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. So until then, have a great weekend and Happy New Year.